Good morning. It's currently 11:15 a.m. You feel me? So I'm just currently taking my walk, get myself started for today, but not really necessarily because I did go to the gym this morning, filled up the tank, and I head straight to the gym. You know what I mean? Gotta do that full body workout. You know what I mean? People that know when it comes to this disciplined lifestyle, you gotta be on point. But to get to it, y'all. Today's a graduation day. Today's a really big day for me. So, for those that know, I've been talking about solitude. I've been talking about that alone time. I'm talking about the introspection in regards to kind of having moments where you're able to think about, what's important to you, do deep reflection in regards to where you're at. You know what I mean? And not just for me, I'm just beyond proud of myself. But I really want to kind of give you guys some pointers for life, And with me accomplishing this mental health counseling degree, I'm about to be, y'all gonna get the, y'all gonna get the scoop. I'm gonna obviously drop that for y'all, but it's just, I really want to just say this because I just had a conversation with my boy, and some of the things that are relatively, that stood out to me. I want to kind of, like I said, give you guys some of those life tips. But number one, off rip, is going to be move away from people that got low self-esteem, fam. Move away from people that got low self-esteem, that don't believe in themselves, that don't believe in their dreams, that don't believe in anything is possible. They have a negative mindset, right? Get away from them, right? Some of these people could be even in your family. Some of these people could be your friends. So I don't know, but you got to really intuitive to what's going on. And the people that you surround yourself around, because as you both know, when it comes to the world that we're in, and it comes to, like I said, the people that you choose to surround yourself around, is that there's a lot of negativity out here. Some of these places and some of these, you know what I mean? A lot of the things I'm talking about is nothing relatively new, but it all comes down to our choices, y'all. Because I remember with me, when it comes to, transitioning from UMass Boston, and before we even talk about the 4 year, right? Let's really start at the basics. Let's talk about the high school. Like, there's a lot of things that are going on, right? I had an IEP, right? Individual education plan, right? Coming from I'm gonna keep it buck with you, a dysfunctional family. So like I said, some of the things that I was hearing in my background wasn't appropriate, right? Wasn't appropriate. Right? It's been a little difficult, but at the end of the day, I had to believe in myself. I had to encourage myself. I had to support myself. I had to also, seek that support. So I'm definitely advising, like I said, things that I'm able to implement into my life. I want you guys to choose and make the right decisions for your life, because, life's what you truly make of it. But if you're intentional, you're intuitive, you know what's going on, you have the self-awareness, you're practicing your coping skills, you're doing what your therapist is, and you guys are, you're all on the same page, you're doing what you have to do, you're doing your homework, you're doing your readings, right? You're staying out of trouble, right? You're staying disciplined to the process, because you know that it's going to give you a longevity, it's going to give you a lifestyle of stability, it's going to give you a foundation, right? That your kids can stand on, you feel me? They could dance on, they can sleep on, like real life stuff, right? But this quick lifestyle that people out here are seeking due to instant gratifications, right? And I'm not gonna hold you, like we seen a lot. We seen, we went through the pandemic, COVID, right? The PPP loans, they feel me, stimulus checks. A lot of things are going on. You know what I mean? In regards to just choosing lifestyles that not gonna be beneficial for you, right? But just pulling it back, like I said, it's just, for me, I'm just proud of myself. I'm proud of the man that I was able to become. People that know me, I had anger problems. And it derives from where? Let's just be real. A lot of our problems derive from the family. So when you get into therapy, you start to awaken that, you know what I mean? You're looking left, you're looking right, but a lot of your problems derive from the family. And I got to call it how I see it, right? But I had to make a choice. I had to do the intuitive work, and I'm still doing the work, right? Shout out to my therapist, Morgan. She know what's up, you know what I mean? I'm going to see her tomorrow, which is Friday at noon. But it's like real spill. Like, you got to do the work, right? And I want to say something too, is that good things obviously take time, but you got to take in consideration, right? Is that this process is not going to be easy. It's not. It's not going to be easy when you're talking about things that are really uncomfortable, challenging for you, et cetera, right? But at the same time, too, is that good things take time, like I said. So with that being said, is that I want you to be in a situation where you're working, you're putting in the true development, because you're going to get something that's going to have, like I said, true stability, right? And the person that you're going to become in the process, it's going to be something magnificent. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. And that's one thing I realized even with myself is that I'm separating myself from other people that I used to associate with because of the person that I have chose to become. And like I said too, was when you move away from people that have low self-esteem, you get to see a difference in the lifestyle, right? You get to see a difference. You don't deserve to be around people that don't, you feel me? You don't. That want to tear you down, keep you stuck, keep you comfortable because they don't want to do the internal work amongst themselves. You know? But like I said, high school, it was a shit show. You feel me? I'm not going to hold you. It was a decent high school. I'm not going to sit there and play it like it was phenomenal, but it was a decent high school. They did give us the basic necessities of, you feel me? To get to the next chapter in regards to, the community college. Community college, I'm not going to hold you. I developed myself. I graduated high school with a 2.33, and I don't care. You feel me? I don't care. I'm just so real with this. I don't care. You feel me? Because the development is that's what my concern's about. I'm not here to look perfect. I'm not here to, look like I'm this is my true self, right? So I graduated with a 2.33, went to community college, and I was above a 3.0. I was really applying myself. I was around professors that really enjoyed what they like to do. And that's one thing that I see in the community college versus the four-year. What's going on, yo? What's going on? We should be environments where people love to do what they do. In all professions, whether you're a nurse, doctor, you should love what you like to do. Schools, you should, come on now. And that's the problematic issue when it comes to education, is that not just the issue when it comes to the funding crisis, right? It's also we're dealing with people that don't like to do what they want to do. And also to the burnout. It's a lot of things, it's a lot of things, but like I said, it comes down to, do you actively, is this your purpose? Do you actively like to do what you want to do? And that's why I think it's very important to spend this time for yourself to do this personal development, right? Because you don't want to be in a life or be living a life that's unfulfilled because you're doing something to accommodate someone else. You're doing something because family's telling you to walk this perfect line, but you don't want to walk on, right? Like, you have to start looking at your values, looking at your morals, looking at things that are going to be beneficial for you to help you get to where you need to be, right? Don't get it twisted. If family's saying something to keep you on the right path, around the right people, to get the right results, hello, listen to them. They're trying to help you out, right? Because sometimes you could be in a situation when you're compromised. You listen to a stranger, you listen to a girlfriend, you listen to someone else that don't really know you, and that I'm not fine tuning, right? And they can compromise you, and before you know it, they out. They gone, they doing whatever they doing, right? And you over here defeated, you know what I mean? And your family looking at you like, nah, you corny, yo, you corny, because we told you so, right? But at the end of the day, we learn from our experiences, we grow, you know what I mean? Like, life's not going to be sweet in a steady line or candy land, as I usually say, right? But you have to do what's going to be beneficial for you. But like I said, let's spend the time to really get our mind right. Let's rewire ourselves. Let's improve ourselves. Let's love ourselves. Let's give ourselves the love and the things that we have not been able to get in the dysfunctional environments and the places and things that we chose to be around. Let's really change our ways, yo. Let's change our ways. Like I said, I improved from high school to community college. The community college still grind, going to the 4-year UMass Boston, right? Even though I was going through a situation where I was down bad, I had a heartbreak, you feel me? I poured all my baskets into this one shorty, like, you know what I mean? I was devastated, right? But I grew up, I became a man. It's not about her, it's about me. It's about how I choose to go about the situation. It's about how I choose to facilitate my life. This is about me. Same thing for you. What do you want to do about your situation? Because it's about you. How do you want your story to look? Be the narrator. You control what you want things to look like, what you want things to be. Specifically for people that come from, like I said, the dysfunctional dynamics. When you're around manipulation, you're around control, you're around just consistent chaos, so much chronic stress. You feel me? Some of us can't even street. Like, we have a lot going on, yo, like a lot. And that's why I think that therapy is very important, because you want to be able to have these proactive conversations with a professional, because you can't just let life just be life in, you feel me? And you're not, I gotta keep it real with you. You may not be able to reach life's full potential and true happiness and true peace if you don't do this work, y'all. So don't run away from life. Don't run away from the life that you deserve. Don't run away from your problems. Don't run away from the stress. Don't run away from the emotions. Don't run away from the feelings. Don't run away, y'all. Don't run away. Face them head on. And know out here there is the support. You know what I mean? Seek the support. But I really want to, like I said, give you guys some of the compassion, give you guys some of the things that I got going on. And this is real vulnerability. Like I said, today's my graduation day, today, y'all, today. You know what I mean? But I had to put the work in. I had to face my fears. I had to, you know what I mean? Like, really look at myself, look at my anger, look at my feelings, and really realize, like, yo, this is not the way of life. This ain't gonna bring me nowhere. You know what I mean? And we definitely know when it comes to the streets, dead or where. The box, jail, you know what I mean? Like, this is not where we want to be. This is not what life's about. So let's make the chronic decisions, the crucial decisions for yourself, because you matter. I matter. You know what I mean? We all matter. So let's do something that's going to be positive for our wellness, for our well-being, and for mankind. Let's make positive impact. All right? And we can't help anybody else if we can't what? We can't help ourselves out. You know what I mean? How can I sit here and preach to you, or even be here talking what I'm talking with this passion, if I didn't do the internal work or doing the internal work, right? These things are very crucial, very important, right? But like I said, you'll see gradual changes as you're intentional. You'll see gradual changes as you're consistent. There's gonna be some days you feel less motivated. You don't want to do this, you may not want to do that. But when you have consistency, you have repetition, you have a schedule. You feel me? Write these things down, y'all. You're gonna have things are gonna click. Things are gonna click, right? But like I said, pointing back to the education aspect of things, finished high school, right? Wasn't too happy about things. I mean, but I moved on. You heard? Got to the community college. I figured myself out. Got myself connected with the right people, advisors. Making the connection with the professors, connecting with people, really allowing my personality to just kind of exude in the environment, in the space, right? Not giving up, I mean, what anybody thinks. I don't care about so-and-so's going to this university. I don't care if this person's dormant over here. I don't care what the people are doing. I got to get me. I got to get to graduation. You feel me? Right? After community college, like I said, went to the 4-year, finished my degree in psychology, right? And I didn't get to graduate, y'all. I didn't, in a sense where I got to walk and have the full ceremony. They sent my diploma in the mail, right? But today is a special day because I'm actively going to be on the stage walking. Hello, feel me? And yes, it's gonna be a day of excellence. It's gonna be a day of grace. It's going to be a day of just peace. I want this to really be a peaceful day, right? But it's going to be really a day of just presence. And I want to take you guys through that journey because this is something that I've really been working on the back end, you know? Keeping my head down, being consistent, staying out the way, minding my business, really applying a lot of things that I advocate for, right? And I want to be able to kind of give you guys the back seat type of thing in regards to, you know what I mean, like some snippets of what's going on, so you guys can really see that anything you put your mind to, you can do, you know what I mean? But like I said, we're gonna have to, like I said in the beginning, we're starting off the video off rip, is that get away from people that got low self-esteem, get away from people that don't have a positive mindset, right? Seek the supports for yourself, get yourself around the right people, make the right choices for you, because in the future, you know what I mean, beyond the presence right now, you're gonna be happy, right? Because you did what's beneficial for you, right? So like I said, your story is what you make of it. Hello, y'all. Do you guys have a positive message for the people? I make mental health content. I'm about to graduate today with my mental health counseling. So I just want to...
If you have notes to write, then there's a reason to stay.
Say that again?
If you have notes to write, there's a reason to stay.
All right. Anything for y'all?
God loves you.
God loves you. All right.
Kind.
Be kind. One for you with the black.
It will get better.
It will get better. Thank you for the positive energy, y'all. That's what it takes, y'all. You feel me? Even for them, putting them on the hot seat right there, you know what I mean? Like, it's very uncomfortable. You feel me? They probably start like, who the heck is this guy? I don't know him. My paper tell me I'm talking to strangers. Like, I don't know, but you get positive energy. Y'all. Like, let's be kind. Let's do what we have to do, right? Let's get up outside of our comfort zone, right? But on the back end, I'm gonna just, you know what I mean, enjoy my little solitude, my moment right now. But on the back end, like I said, too, look forward to the graduation because I want to share this process with you guys. Thank you.